Hi, everybody. So today's well, this day, the day you're looking at here, is a stupendous day. Stupendous, monumentous, monumental. Red letter day. Well, whatever it is. Today is the day we put the ribs on the main spar. But first, a little bit of house cleaning. So these are all of the Clecos that have been used in the left tank, fuel tank. They've been soaking in mineral spirits for about a few days, and just to make sure that the solvent or sealant is loose and I can strip it away. It's an important job to be sure. So I got the spar ready and going to first thing. Okay, so first thing you do is you attach these, you click them on, and then the AN3 bolts and washers and nuts combinations that were attached to the main spar before will be put in place. So according to the plans, the first thing you do is you do all of the spar ribs, sorry, all the ribs except for the inboard 3. So the 4 inboard ribs are all for the main doubler, or for the walk doubler. That's where you'll be walking up the wing to get into the plane. The instructions tell you to do the very first of the 4, but not the last 3, to leave those out just for the moment while you're doing these. So the first thing you'll do is you go in and you attach these AN3 bolts back in their rifle homes. You torque them to approximately 26 inch-pounds, which is, take an inch, 26 to, it's about 2.5 foot-pounds. And it kind of reminds me of doing a horizontal stabilizer, only the ribs are a lot longer, so it's a lot harder to kind of get into that work zone. When I say the zone, I mean you'll see me crawling in between the ribs here, which I can only do while the rear spar isn't on. Because see, I would walk back and forth just trying to find a place. The bolts themselves are 3/8 inch, and the nuts are 1/4 inch. And it's one of those things where the bolts, so the 1/4 inch bolts, or sorry, 3/8 inch bolts, those are on the side of the ribs themselves. So they're not quite as easy to get to as the 1/4 inch, which are just stuck out of the back of the spar. So yeah, anyway, all you really do is just attach these. However, I had accidentally, and this is a screw up, but it's okay because the parts are reordered. I accidentally unset my torque wrench because I'm a dumbass. And when I did so, I was putting on one of the bolts. I think it was on a number 5 rib. Anyway, so I'm torquing away, and then the bolt just snaps off. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, it was kind of torque. I was having to torque it pretty hard, and the torque wrench wasn't catching. So I assumed the torque wrench was fine. I didn't check that I had accidentally unset it, so I just ripped that bolt right in half. Thankfully, the bolt is cheap, and the replacement nut is cheap as well. I actually got a bag of replacement nuts while I was at it, and a few extra washers. So yeah, all I'm doing here is just attaching the bolts, and then once those bolts are attached, then we'll go through and actually do the riveting. It's all 470, AD 470 bolts. Sorry, rivets. It's early in the morning. I haven't had any coffee. Give me a break. But anyway, we will continue that in the next video, so see you soon.